Crisis over 15,000 crore inheritance. Who will own Saif Ali Khan's wealth now? Enemy Property Act. This is a story not just about a film star's wealth, but one that intertwines one of the most complex laws post-independence, tangled politics, the pain of partition, and a fierce battle over legacy. Just imagine, not just crores, but property worth 15,000 crore, including an entire palace, royal havelis, palace hotels, land, bungalows, and a legacy filled with heritage, now being claimed by the government itself. And at the center of this wealth is a superstar, Saif Ali Khan. Yes, the same hero known for his royal style of acting, whose real life has now become more dramatic than the big screen. But this time, there's no script, no retakes. This is legal reality, and if even one mistake is made, Saif's entire empire could turn to dust. Today, we'll dive deep into this very topic. But before that, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update from us. Now, let's begin today's discussion without further delay. Let us tell you that this story, which traces Saif Ali Khan's roots to Bhopal's royal past, is now entangled within the walls of the Madhya Pradesh High Court. On one hand, Saif Ali Khan and his family are fighting for their rightful inheritance, while on the other, the government and the legal system are pulling them into the classification of enemy property under the name of legacy. This isn't just about land and property, it's about the very identity Saif inherited along with his royal heritage. The palace where he spent his childhood could now fall under government control. 30th June 2025, this date has made Saif's biggest legal battle even tougher. The Madhya Pradesh High Court dismissed the petition filed by Saif, his mother Sharmila Tagore, and his sisters Soha and Saba. This means the earlier decision, which formed the basis of their claim to be the rightful heirs of Bhopal's last Nawab's property, no longer holds legal ground. In fact, back in the year 2000, a lower court had ruled in Saif's favor. The court had stated that Nawab Hamidullah Khan's legacy had passed to his daughter Sajida Sultan, and from there, it legally belonged to Saif's family. But some other members of the Nawab's family challenged this ruling. They argued that according to Muslim personal law, the inheritance should have been equally divided among all legal heirs. Their main objection was that the Nawab's eldest daughter, Abida Sultan, who had moved to Pakistan, was unfairly excluded from the inheritance. They claimed that giving full rights to Sajida Sultan in this manner was unjust. Now, the High Court has overturned the old ruling and clearly stated that the lower court must re-examine the case. The court has given a one-year deadline, within which a new hearing and decision must be presented. But that was just the beginning. The real twist in this entire matter came when another legal aspect emerged, the Enemy Property Act. In 2014, a government notification shocked everyone. An official agency called the Custodian of Enemy Property for India declared this Bhopal estate as enemy property. The reason? Abida Sultan. Abida Sultan, Saif's grandmother's elder sister, had opted for Pakistani citizenship after the India-Pakistan partition. Now, according to the law, if someone acquires citizenship of Pakistan, their property in India can be declared as enemy property by the government. And it doesn't just stop with the individual. In such cases, their Indian descendants are also considered to have no legal claim over that property. This is where Saif's troubles deepened even further. In 2015, he challenged this notification in court and was able to secure a temporary stay order. However, on 13th December 2024, the High Court dismissed his petition and lifted the stay as well. Now the government has the legal authority to take possession of these properties. The court had given Saif and his family only 30 days to file an appeal. But according to reports, no appeal was filed within this period. This directly means that all those properties in Bhopal, which were once a source of pride for Saif's family, are now ready to be acquired by the government. Let's now talk about the properties at the center of this entire controversy. First is the Nur Sabah Palace. This palace has now been converted into a luxurious hotel, but once it was a symbol of the Nawab's grandeur. Then comes the Flagstaff House, the very place where Saif spent his childhood. Next are Dar es Salaam, Habibi Ka Bungalow, Ahmedabad Palace, and the Koifiza property, all extremely valuable assets, with their combined worth estimated to be around 15,000 crore. Now the question is, what exactly is the enemy property law? Its history takes us back to 1965, during the war between India and Pakistan. At that time, many Pakistani citizens had left behind properties in India. In 1968, the government passed the Enemy Property Act, under which all properties deemed to belong to citizens of Pakistan or China were declared enemy property. However, the real stringency in this law came with the amendment introduced in 2007 after the Enemy Property, Amendment and Validation Act, 2017. If a person or their ancestors had acquired citizenship of Pakistan or China, then even their relatives residing in India would have no legal claim over those properties, regardless of whether they are Indian citizens or not. This amendment shattered the hopes of thousands of Indian families who had been fighting legal battles over such properties for years. Now, if Saif has any chance of saving this inheritance, it lies either in filing an appeal in the Supreme Court or seeking direct intervention from the central government. But will the central government bend the rules of law for a film star? That question adds even more seriousness to Saif's legal battle. Now let's talk about Saif's connection to this property. Saif inherited these properties from his grandmother Sajida Sultan, who was the daughter of Nawab Hamidullah Khan of Bhopal. When Abida Sultan moved to Pakistan, the central government issued a notification in 1962, legally declaring Sajida Sultan as the rightful heir to the Nawab's personal properties. Based on this, the properties later came under the name of Mansur Ali Khan Pataudi, Saif's father. And eventually, Saif and his family were recognized as the legal successors to this legacy. But now that the case is caught in the complex web of the Enemy Property Act, all rights are getting tangled in layers of legal paperwork. There's also an emotional side to this. The walls that once made Saif the heir to the Nawabs, where his grandmother lived a regal life, where his father once planned his journey from cricket to politics, those very walls are now trapped in government files. There was a time when calling Saif a Nawab was considered fashionable. Today, that very nobility is under question. And it doesn't stop there. This case could set a precedent for many other high-profile property disputes. If this ruling declares the property as government-owned under the Enemy Property Act, it could open the doors to thousands of similar unresolved cases in the future, where properties left behind by people who migrated during partition remain under legal contention. This isn't just the story of Saif Ali Khan. It's the story of an India that still carries the pain of partition within its legal framework. On one hand, the new generation wants to inherit its past. On the other, the law says, if that past turned toward Pakistan, it no longer belongs to you. Saif now has only two options: either approach the Supreme Court and prove that the Enemy Property Act does not apply to his case, or seek special permission from the government, which seems highly unlikely. Meanwhile, the Bhopal administration is preparing to take these properties under its control. The day the administration takes possession of these estates, Saif's royal legacy will be sealed under a government order. And perhaps, in the years to come, someone will tell the story that once, the Pataudi family had an inheritance worth 15,000 crore, which turned to dust tangled in the fine.
Something new. Do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestion. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.